Good morning, slot heads. How is everybody doing this morning on this beautiful Saturday? Partly cloudy for me. Hope you guys are good. Guys, hope everyone's having a great weekend. Welcome to another Saturday morning cartoons. We have Bill Royal in the house. We have Raul as per usual, and yeah, that's what's going on. What is happening with you guys, Raul? How you doing, man? It's been a minute.
I'm alright. Has it?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
We didn't have our live this Wednesday.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that text.
some medical issues. That's all.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all good.
Someone's feeling under the weather.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this lighting. I feel like I look like I'm under the weather. I think it's all this pink. I think it's just all this
yeah.
pink.
That's because that's your
Uh, that-
color.
It's the winning color
There
here.
you go. Look at that. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah, I had to
Bill
follow
understood
me.
the assignment. Bill understood the assignment. But I got a surprise for you guys though with this pink. Well, you ready?
Oh God, he's
I'm
wearing.
full in pink, guys. Check this out. Look at this. I'm gonna do a little spin. Look at that. I'm full
Uh,
pink, guys. I'm ready for a barbecue this weekend. You know,
And that's why you drive a Subaru.
I don't
that's why
know.
I drive a Subaru.
I,
I don't
I
know what
miss
that means actually. I don't know I don't know what you're trying to inquire, sir.
I
I'm
miss the
trying to
assignment.
imply, not inquire. But anyway, there we go with Joe's English. Um,
I didn't know I was supposed to wear pants.
Oh,
uh,
He missed this. What's going on, Bill? What's
Hey,
happening?
that's good to see you. Thanks. Good morning,
Good.
guys. Thanks for having me
Uh,
on.
no, of course, of course. We've got some exciting news. We got some cool events coming up. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Let's get to the chat. Pete's on his way. Got the message. He's just running a little late. He's got that little one. You know, kids, guys. We all understand. So we got White Wolf. Let's go to the chat. We got White Wolf in the house first. Up and riser. Awesome, White Wolf. Thanks for being here. Easy E. How you doing, buddy? Easy and Colt. Go back to. I'll be back. Got stuff to do. So yeah, no worries, Easy. Thanks for being here. We got Bill saying hi to everybody. We got Ron from So Fast. Doug. Good morning, Joe and Pete, and everyone in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for being here. MB Auto Detail, great track. If you guys haven't seen MB's latest videos, please do so. And if you have not subscribed, please do so as well. MB's putting out some great content. He's got a beautiful, huge track, huge. What else we got? You guys, Ripple, Jen's from upstairs as per usual. And you guys are just blowing it up. What's going on? We got Big Oak, Mike from Big Oak. If you guys have not seen Mike's videos, please do so. Go check out his channel. I know he got a really nice NSR coming his way, and he got to his first club track, which is very interesting. And I think we're all jealous for how short of a drive Mike has to go for his club track. So go check out his latest video. That was definitely a treat. Hey, we got we got Anders in the house. Yo, slotheads. Mike Choquette's here. Thank you for being here, Mike. And we got Clearwater 124 all the way from Florida. Fantastic. Shallowfish. How you doing, buddy? Hey man, it's been a minute. You know the GRL's open, right? Just letting you know. Just I'm just kind of all my original peeps to have a good shot at getting their positions in. Just letting you know. We'll talk about that later. Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. All right, we are caught up, guys. We are caught up. Everything is fantastic. What is going on? Raul, before I get to Bill, I just wanted to ask: did you do any tournaments this weekend?
no,
No,
it's next weekend
next weekend. Every time I talk to you, it's always
on
next weekend.
Sunday.
Are you postponing these things?
From the day one, it was August 17th.
Well, that would explain why every time I ask you, it's always no. I mean, that just makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to
By the
push
way, the World Championships are going on right now. Canada's sitting in sixth.
world champions for tennis.
No, for Warhammer.
Oh, Warhammer.
Wargaming.
Okay, I'm like,
Yeah.
am I missing something? No, because that Canadian girl won. Won, I think. That girl from Montreal.
Yeah.
Tennis. Nobody follows tennis. I mean, I'm in pink. I'm in pink. We're not following tennis. What's going on? All right,
Thank
we got.
God
Okay.
Pete's here.
Thank God Pete's here. All right, save the day.
I missed the
All right.
memo.
Hold on. Let me. Okay, let me transition over. There we
Good
are.
morning, Pete.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, good
Sorry.
morning.
It's all good.
Thank God you're here, Pete. What is this? What's going on now?
Somebody
Thank God
took it
you're
out
here,
studio
Pete.
mode.
I gotta save
Yeah.
the day. What's going on?
No, nothing's going on. We're just
I've
talking about a
already-
little tennis, a little Canadian winning tennis. That's all. It's all good.
He's been going on about why he's dressed up in all pink today.
Support tennis
Wow.
players. You know,
Yeah.
Bill got the memo. He gets it. Champion color here. Just saying. Just saying. Nope on tennis. I thought this was a slot car show. You guys thought wrong.
It was strange before you
guys
got
thought
here,
wrong.
Pete. Joe was dropping
There's no
F-bombs.
laws
It was
on YouTube.
so strange.
It's on his channel. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's
Son of a- Hey, Mike G's in the house. Good to see you. There's Pete again. Repeat. Oh, good one. Yeah. There's
Repeat
never any
Ron
lack
Bridge.
of dad jokes. Oh, this is
Right.
awesome. All right. We were about to get to Bill, but Pete, what's going on? What's on your desk? What have you been up to?
You know, Truing tires,
Yeah.
racing cars. I really need
Like-
to clean off my slot car table so I can get back to my scenery, but there's a lot to clean up, so I'm probably not gonna do that. You know, it's a flat surface in my basement, so it just collects everything.
So
But
so
yeah.
last time we spoke, are you actually gonna move the table? Is that why you had stopped the scenery in the first place? Because there was a chance you were moving it over? Or what's the verdict? That table
I
stays where
moved
it
it
is?
against the wall. I did move it against the wall. I have not. There was some debate about whether I was going to maybe move it up into my garage, but that got quashed. So it's
Okay.
staying down here. It's against the
I
wall.
think you hit it on the head too fast. I think you hit it on the head. Yes.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just saying it looks good on me. I'm not gonna deny it. You know.
You know when you anyway. Yeah, we're here to talk about Bill stuff. I don't know what you're going on rambling on about. Bill, how are you?
I'm great. I'm wearing pink. I don't know if you guys,
I don't know
maybe I'm
why.
late to the conversation on that.
I just go. Yours not really pink. Yours more salmon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's
Yeah, yours
dressed in
is-
pink.
Here's
Yeah.
a manly shade of pink. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Wow,
guys.
Joe. I skated through that. Okay, I'll take it.
All right, guys. If you guys don't know Bill, please please check out his channel. He's got an amazing track setup and scenery, and we're going to talk about cameras and his setup, and he's going to take us through his track. But first, Bill, like, when did you start? When did you get into slot car racing?
Back in about September of 2021, I went back and checked the receipts, and I had a slot car track when I was young. My folks got me one back in maybe 1988, 89, somewhere in there. Had a little Tyco set, and I used that, enjoyed that for a long time, but I never really got into it other than, just as a kid.
Mhm.
And then back in 2021, I was just, you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed, you wake up, you go to work, you do the same thing. And it was just really kind of depressed about stuff in general. And at some point came to the realization, I was like, I need a hobby. And so I thought first, well, I'll get my dad's old train set and do that. But trains really, you can't control them. You kind of set the speed, and then you stand back and watch. And
You crash him, right? Like, set him on
yeah,
fire.
right. Well, that's basically, yeah. I mean, if that's how exciting it can get. But so getting the slot car track, or slot cars, I'm like, well, I can control those. And when I realized that you could change lanes and everything, there's some tactics that you can use there. And so I decided I'd build the track, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I mean, it's still pretty small, I think, by a lot of standards. But it's 8 feet by 12 feet currently.
Mhm.
I have it. I have it built so I can add more on. Um, I need to find more space in my garage to do it, but that's the hope.
So how long is it exactly?
8 feet by 12 feet.
Okay, so it's like my table. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right,
Pretty
and
much.
the track length.
About, oh shoot, I'd have to go back. I think it's about 55 feet, something like that, 60
Okay,
feet.
we're rocking the
Pretty close.
same. We're rocking
Yeah,
the same distance.
yeah.
Okay.
I think I spent about a year or so just trying to figure out kind of the layout that I liked. Um, Keeping in mind some kind of concepts in general is that if you want people to race on your track, you probably want to make it so it's not, complete hell for them, kind of racing through. So my track's not particularly complicated, but it is. There's a few places here and there that you have a few places to compete on that track in every lap, and as long as you follow those things, you're going to be fine. So it's a fun basic setup that
Okay,
I
let's.
should
Why
I
don't we
should
see
s- yeah.
it? Let's do this.
Let me see. All right.
I remember seeing
Oh,
Catching Air live the first time, and
yeah.
I was, I'm gonna put you in. Let's go here, and nope. Why did that happen? Yeah, that's not because that's not you, and that's me at the scene, at the scene, at the scene. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's your overhead view, and there's a camera mounted on the ceiling that just looks straight down on it, and this is a great uh, camera for me because I wrote some software that allows me to race, and all of the cameras are the scenes change automatically as you go around. So here's the front stretch here.
Oh man,
Is it sensor controlled or timer controlled?
I have it set. I built software that has like a hotspot sensor.
Okay.
So little zones that you go through and you can trigger them. The only problem that you run into is the entire track here is a good lap is 5 seconds essentially.
Yeah.
And so if you have, in this case, I think I've got like 8 different cameras or 9 different cameras throughout the track. If you're hitting every hotspot all the way along, you're gonna just have a seizure.
Yeah,
The
exactly. I did that before because
Yep.
I had the 8 camera setup as well, but same thing. If you switch it when the cars are passing by, it just gives you a. It's not very pleasant for anybody viewing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and
I
so,
remember watching your video about this.
oh yeah, yeah. This I've spent a lot of hours on this, and this one, essentially, where you see the green spots or these green marks, that would trigger a camera to switch, or at least for the scene to switch. Now, the way I have it set up now is when you go through one of these, it will go through kind of a pool of available cameras for
Okay.
that hotspot, and it will randomly pick from that pool. So you can define it per
Also, like
hotspot.
one trigger might pick one of like 3 cameras.
Exactly. So there's some
That's
context in
cool.
theory to it. The thing is again, you are going so quickly through there that it is keeping the context. Really, it's not very possible. It is to some degree, but at a certain point, you're just kind of watching them go, from one to the next. But
so what was that? What was that green trigger off the track?
let's see.
That
Oh,
rectangle
okay.
there in the middle.
So the one that is over by the tree, kind of in the infield area there, that one is. So that corner that you see just to the upper left of it is the most dangerous corner on the entire track. And in fact, there's a couple of light poles missing because I literally took out the light poles,
Uh-huh.
and I kept gluing them back and finally I'm like, this is just not working. and there was a wood fence there at one point. I mean, that corner is really faced a lot of revisions and fixes and that sort of thing. But that particular rectangle, if you go off the track and you go into the infield there, I'm not sure. I might be able to show this. Let me see.
Yeah, let's see the demonstration. Are you saying that that's a crash cam?
Yeah. So
Do you have different FPS settings for all your cameras, or all of them are recording at the same FPS?
they're all recording at the same FPS.
Yeah.
Let me see, I'm trying to pull up or find the app. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't show it here. Basically, yeah. So what it comes down to is that particular camera, or this one right here, does it just triggers a crash sound. So essentially, you hit one of these hot spots. The way I built it is essentially as a Swiss Army knife for me. So you can launch a program, you can play a sound, that sort of thing. And so it makes it easy. But in this case, yeah, that's for a crash sound. Now I disabled that today. The reason being is that sometimes light changes will make it go off on its own, because it's looking for motion. And so sometimes if there's a color change or something like that, or like, for instance, like here, I changed the, I've got hue lights, Philips Hue lights up above. And so you change the color, or, that, and it's yeah, like right there. So it detected my hotspot, just detected movement in one of them and said, oh, let's switch to this camera. So.
Okay. Well, hold on. Can you go through your scenes? How many scenes do you have?
You bet. So I have the first one here. Let's see, which is just that's the overhead. Got the front stretch here.
Is that a trash can fire?
Yep. And it's right next to the toilet too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
You do it right. So you got a line there. It's you got it. I give them all the amenities on my track.
Yeah.
And you've got this corner cam. This is one of my favorite views because it gives you so much of a view of the track, kind of ground level, and that your car comes right up, right across the front there.
And I think we were talking. Oh, sorry.
You have that background like just like chroma keyed out, or?
So that's one of those ones that if you hit a camera on my track, I have a stroke. Mostly because what this is it's, so let's see, we'll go to the northwest corner. Let me see.
I just want to add something.
There you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, wow.
There's the back. So all this is a graphic. This is not hard for folks to do. If you just do a transparent image, or a transparent like a PNG file or whatever, take the graphic that you want to cover up whatever you don't want to show, and then you just trace around it,
Mask
cut
it out.
out all the part that you want to see and leave the part that you don't.
That's super cool.
So, but
super
look at,
cool.
I mean, look how much that it just adds something to it, and it also gives your folks the ability to go out and, I mean, if you're live streaming, basically, if you have folks over, they're able to race and still have some privacy. Maybe they don't want to be on camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And they can walk around the track. They can marshal. You'll see the hand of God come down, essentially, to marshal. But that's about it.
What's the angle on that lens? Is it like a 120 or?
I'd have to look. It's a simple Amcrest PoE camera, or
Right.
most of them are.
Yeah, that's the same question I had for
107,
Bill.
I think. But
That's the same question I had for him last night. Can you go back to that scene for a second?
yeah, you bet.
Yeah, it's got a
So-
fish eye on it.
Yeah, well, okay. So this is what I asked him. I said, "Hey, I'm like, what's the angle of the scene?" I go, "How fisheye is it?" Because I go, "It's
Oh, yeah.
it's really bent on the side." But Bill, that bank,
It's a
Oh,
bank.
Yeah. Those are all banks.
Yeah,
So-
you can tell because the other side is straight.
yeah,
If it was really fisheye, it would be curved all the way through.
yeah.
so it's fine.
Yep.
It's actually I don't think it's a wide angle. I think it's actually probably a 50 mil on it because capturing true line of sight.
Yep. Yep. In terms of, there shouldn't be a lot of distortion. You're going to have like, looking at that overhead view here, you could see there kind of on the right and the left hand side, those outside those outside roads are, I mean, it's basically like 33 degrees on those edges on the right and left side.
Hmm.
And
The bank.
so,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a full bank.
so,
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
so there are some challenges to that too. I mean, I built this when I didn't know all of the kind of gotchas that you can run into, and so in hindsight, there are some things I probably would not have made the banks quite as high, but I was also trying to fit it into 8x12, and this is actually about an 8 and a quarter, probably all the way through. So there's a little bit of
there's
creativity
just
in
like
there.
so many questions at this point. It's like, look at that guardrail. Is that pieces of like
Oh,
balsa wood?
That's from
To,
is the same thing that Boone does, right?
yeah. So this is
oh, there
actually,
you go.
I really, if you're looking at any of this stuff, the credit, I mean, so much of this goes to Boone. He's
Oh,
a
right
he's
on.
a good buddy of mine. I go onto his Patreon every Wednesday. It's, small group of guys there that we all work together on this. This is Boone's guardrail on here. I spent quite a while working on this. The whole track is essentially, there are places where I don't have the guardrail, and it's only because it's just like I already have outside fencing. But the guardrail made a heck of a difference on that downslope you see there. That corner coming down, I don't have the mouse showing here, but basically that corner, as you're coming down on the inside track, is the hardest spot. And having those guardrails there really makes a difference, because you have no idea how many times the car. I mean, next week when during the race, you'll see that's the place where everybody crashes, because you hit that S curve, and there's a camber change at the very top, and so
Yeah, it's
you're
coming down. Like,
yeah. So you have, let's see. So this corner here, this is the top of that corner, right?
let's go
So
back
you've
to the.
got the banked top, and this corner is engineered about as poorly. I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I've spent on this particular corner, because from an angle standpoint, if you waste any time in here, now it's better now, but if you waste too much time going into this corner, you can lose contact with your braid right around the top of that banked corner. And at the very top of that banked corner, you have a camber change. And so you hit that, then you're at the S curve, and it makes that car shimmy. And so you really kind of have to control it there. So
Is that Carrera track or Scale Electric?
yeah,
No, it's
that's like
Carrera. Did you
Carrera
did you
Digital.
heat and bend it?
Did I what?
Did you heat it up and bend it?
No, no. It's just a
So those
lot
are
of
4 and 15s, I guess.
yep.
Yeah.
There's 15s. I'd have to go through all of them, but there's a whole bunch of them.
That's
I got basically every type
impressive
of.
that you. I mean that the transition from like one angle bank to the other is so smooth,
It
Yeah,
and
you can
was
do it with the 4 and 15 banks actually, Pete. That's the
a little
trick
more
to
flexible.
doing like small banks. It's the 4 and 15 bank corners.
But
They
yeah.
that's.
allow
I
you
mean
to do
that's.
that.
It's impressive.
It was hard.
Yeah. It doesn't look like plastic track. It's so smooth.
No, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
well done.
there's a few things, like you can see in this upper left. There's a line there. I'd love
Sure,
to get
but
in there and figure that out, but yeah, you know.
yeah, and that that the
Yeah, that
slot car
ruins the
nerds.
illusion. You're done.
I was
Show
gonna say
over.
this slot car nerds in this group are like, oh yeah, I can tell it's plastic,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like
right.
anybody else is like, oh, it looks like a seam in the concrete.
Yeah. Well, and that's the I really like having put the paint down. I spend a lot of time trying to get that figured out. I hated the dashed line in the middle. and that was the main challenge to start with, was just how to get rid of that. And a couple of coats of paint does the job.
Great.
That's one of the
Now I
first
hate my
times I
dash
knew
line.
that there's something wrong with Joe because Joe likes that stripe line.
Joe likes a lot of things.
First time he told me that, I was like, I don't know if we can be
Well,
friends.
he also holds his controller upside down.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
There's
we're
lots
gonna
of
talk
there's
things.
a
about
lot
later.
of
There's
stuff.
lots of
Talk about
things
that
that
later.
There are a
That
lot of
came later.
question
That was
marks.
number 2. That was like, man, what is?
That's the number one for me. It's like, what's wrong with this guy? He can't hold
Yep.
it like a normal person.
It is puzzling. You sit there and
Okay, let's
look
stay
at
on
it.
track, guys. Let's stay on track.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're totally on track. No pun
And
intended.
that's the end of it. Well, thanks for visiting, Bill. Have a good day.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, I didn't.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool angle. Is that a church?
Yeah. So my dad was a Methodist minister when I was a kid, and these are, you kind of put in different parts of your life or whatever, and so I built the church from scratch. That one is that was a lot of work. So you kind of see
Oh, there's the front. Okay.
like in the front there, so you can't really tell too closely in there, but those windows, they have stained glass artwork in there, and that's using transparent, like overhead film, like you'd have in school
And
back
you built
if
this all
you're
from
old like me.
scratch?
Yeah. The
I
so
could see
what?
why you were tempted to build a train because that looks like a train layout. It's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's and I've never done anything like this, but it's, if you focus enough on it, and you just kind of get a particular angle, it's a lot of fun. Like, there's the inside of the church, there's pews, there's a rolling cart, there are Bibles stacked on some of the pews. There's a
No
preacher
way.
sitting in the middle, practicing basically, which was
What?
my memory of my dad. Would go into the church on Saturday night, and the church would be empty, and he'd be standing out there practicing for the next day.
Do you have a
So,
camera in there for like live service that goes on like on Sundays? Or, like,
all right, that might be a
not trying to
little much.
Sunday racing and service.
I
there you go. I
apologize for
mean,
him in
Yeah.
advance, Bill.
Well, thematically, it doesn't quite work on the layout.
you
But
got people
I'm like,
praying.
okay, so we have gambling and drinking next door, or and then you can go to the church and apologize afterwards.
Yeah.
You could have a camera angle where
What
someone's
it's
at the
all
pew
about.
praying, and you got cars
Yeah.
ripping by. In the
Exactly. Well, and
I was
that's the
just gonna
thing, is
say,
the most
sure it's
dangerous
not
curve. Your car
sure it's
will
not
rest against the
Catholic
church.
church. That's what us Catholics do. Do
Yeah.
all the bad things 6 days a week and then say sorry. And
Oh yeah. You don't even need to take that extra day. You can just watch. Just step outside.
just for a little bit.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
Go back
That's
inside, get your beer, and walk back in.
do you?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
So there's a grandstand there for your pit area. Do you have a camera in there?
Yeah. So
Oh, that's a
this
front
is
view. Look at that.
this is my favorite view on the track, probably,
Yeah,
because
no
it gives
kidding.
a really just
I
a really
remember
nice view.
I was on one of the Patreons when you showed us when you were doing this, when it was still in its first paint stages.
Yeah.
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 Seats, man.
Yeah.
The
The
seats,
so
individual
cool.
seats, everything is crazy.
Well, the part about this one that's now on this scene right now, I've got the backdrops as with the blue sky and the back, the mountains and everything. See, there's the ugly view.
Put it back. Put it back.
Yeah, man, I need that in my basement.
Yeah,
Oh man.
but
So this is why your cameras can't move, because as soon as
right.
your camera moves, that whole image just gets.
Yeah.
Suddenly everything you've cut out, like if you look over to the very right of the grandstand, let me see. Yeah, look at the seats, and you see the background
Oh
moving there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of
Huge
visibility in it. Yeah, and that's there for both the grandstand and then the lights, the street lights on there. So, for example, so
You cut out that post?
oh, hold on, let's see.
Sorry.
It changed automatically. Hold on one sec. The post. Oh,
So-
the light post. Yeah.
Yeah, in the back corner, because I'm looking, going, wait a minute, how did you get if you're putting a layer of picture That means you have to cut out every
Yep.
scene going through the grandstand in between the posts. That's a separate individual cutout.
Yep. And so that's the thing
Oh,
is that's why I said like if I move a camera, I have a stroke is because it really is a lot of work. This particular camera, if I have to change something or if I, something, if there's a problem there, it's about an hour's work probably. But it's in a spot that's pretty protected. It's not an area that I mean, when you're marshaling, if you run into that, you're so amped up at that point. We got bigger problems. So the but the biggest challenge on this track actually is if you look at the bottom of the screen here, you've got the gravel, that white gravel. That's the
yeah.
biggest mistake I made on the track, or one of the biggest. Um, Here, let's see.
Yeah. Thanks, MB.
It's one of the biggest because those little pieces of rock get stuck. You'll have a crash, and the car will kind of knock a piece of that loose, and that'll get stuck in your slot, and it will stop a car dead. I mean, it's awful, and so I mean, I've got it down pretty well at this point. But once in a while, you'll see that happen, and it is just you suddenly start seeing D slots in a certain area, and then it's like what's happening. You go over there, and there's one of those pieces in there. So whatever you do, if you build a slot car track like this, the gravel might look nice, but it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I had when I built my HO track, I had some gravel traps like on some of the curves, and yeah, like middle of the night of racing, you had to go through with the shop vac, or, the
Yep.
little like hand vacuum and suck up all the loose stuff. Because of course I put it on, because thematically it was on the corner where you crash a lot, but
Yep.
and that also meant you kicked it loose all the time.
Yep, exactly. And it's really that has been a challenge. There's a lot of stuff. Like I built the fencing, all the outside fencing. Let's see, not that one.
I want to
Yeah.
before we get to
Yeah, go
that,
ahead.
we have a question
Yeah.
from G Money Smackdown. He's asking where's that image that you use for the background?
Oh, I got that from, it's like a stock art page or went out and bought the image for it.
Pexel, you can go to Pexels and get them. Pexels is an open source
Yeah.
image
Where like
library.
where
I
but
think he
like
means where was
in
it?
the
Is that
world?
like Colorado or
Oh shoot, that's
Arizona?
probably Colorado or something. I forget. I think it's Arizona or Colorado, something like that.
Okay, no, I think that's
Yeah.
what G Money meant.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not sure. There's a couple of spots.
Oh, we got a tunnel view?
I changed. I think I changed. There was one.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite camera right there.
Oh,
That's so cool.
this one's fun.
Oh, you got
although
rid of
it's
this TV.
the TV. Oh,
The overhead monitor.
the movie screen or
Yeah,
whatever,
there we
right?
go.
Yeah. I've got that a little further down. That kind of moves around. Yeah, Las Vegas desert, no joke. The
So fast it's calling you a hero. It was a slot car hero. I agree.
Oh, I don't know about that, but yeah, it's fun. I mean, there's not a lot of, so I'm not a purist, where you've got a lot of, hey, thank you, Easy, where you've got a lot of matching stuff. So like, I mean, on my slot car track, you've got Coca-Cola signs, you got 7-Up signs, you got Pepsi signs. Obviously, none of that stuff is going to be all in there. But these are just little memories or little things from my childhood. It's not all going to match, but it works for me. This camera, I had a spare USB camera, and when I was working on this is from Racetrack Scenics, Kevin, his guys there. This was a big project, or the first large project that I did, and I figured, well, let me stick a camera in there. So
Yeah,
It's so
awesome.
cool. It's such a good idea.
Thank you. It's fun. I wish I could adjust it a little better, but it fit
No,
where it could fit. So
Yeah,
All you got
it's
to
in
do
there.
is find like scenery of people like sitting down or talking to each other or throwing popcorn, and then just like kind of place them one by one, so you actually have like moving people in there.
oh yeah,
Not
yeah.
that you need more work, but I'm just just a
Well,
suggestion.
Joe is very good at giving people work, by the way, Bill.
Yeah.
oh
I'm an
yeah, no, I've got.
excellent manager of things.
If you ever needed someone to give you work, just come and talk to Joe.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I got about 3 projects that were assigned yesterday, so it works
Oh,
out.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah,
That checks out.
yeah. The
Okay, back to you.
yeah, no. Um, this shot here is there's not a lot. You don't actually get a lot of action in this shot, even though it's one of my favorite ones. But this is just the tunnel area. I wanted a tunnel and a mountain. I'm not sure the mountain. I'm not 100% happy with it. It'll probably become just a piece of canyon or something at the end. At some point we'll see. But it works. This is a nice. You get the car. It just races right in front of you, and that's nice. Um,
Can we
this,
can we see an example of your cameras in action?
yeah, you bet. The
Oh, I love that
Oh
shot.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, this one I ended up on this one. Let me
It's
get the
wild. Like your scenery that you built blends so well with the background you chose that it's like, yeah, that just checks out. He's just playing with these outside.
yeah. Well, and that's kind of the thing is just figuring out finding the photos, finding the backdrops, and that sort of thing that'll match.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's
Well
also.
done.
I mean, you've got it's like like I said, kind of with the hue light bulbs here, you can change. Where did that go? You can see it really kind of changes the whole view just by changing the lights up above too. So you get some options there. Um, yeah, see the sensing, the auto sensing there. So let's see, I think I've got it here. Let's see. So we've got the overhead view. And
Because
this overhead view, like I said,
originally, if I remember, you had like a Starry Night going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot harder to
Oh
pull
yeah.
off actually than the mountains.
Okay.
Because with the mountains, you can cut around them. Like I was showing you there.
hmm
With the Starry Night, you can't because it's a video file, so it's sitting there, and you can't cut in between. It's a just a limitation, makes it a little harder. It's more of a challenge. It can be done, but it's a little more of a challenge. Will Joe have more projects? You're gonna need more room.
Yeah,
For
we're buying a
Joe
bigger
too.
house.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. All right. So
Let's do this.
hopefully I won't crash here. And so what you've got basically, yeah,
Well, that's cool. You see the car twice in the scene.
it kind of depends on the amount of seconds that I'm running on it.
Okay.
On the intervals I think I have right now. See, we'll get this to a safe spot. Um, the intervals I have set to 4 seconds. So basically every 4 seconds the camera is going to change based on whatever hotspot was last triggered, and then it picks a random. A random.
Oh, it's random. You
there.
don't have it going to the next. So, like one hotspot saying, okay, if the car is here, switch over to this camera so you can capture the speedway.
Right.
It's just a random. Okay.
Well, it is and it isn't. So because the car is going around the track so quickly, you
Oh,
can't
okay.
just.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, it just otherwise what happens is you end up it's flashing so fast, and so as a result, that's kind of the limitation that I had to impose on it, so it would work,
Okay.
because otherwise, it's uncontrollable. So, but
What are Sorry, go ahead.
no, oh no, go ahead.
What are you using to like have the like the picture in picture and the smart race there. Like, yeah, I
So
know
that
you
is
built the software to change the camera, but
so the software to change the camera base. It's real simple overall. It's essentially just sending keystrokes, but I use OBS Studio
okay.
to manage all of the cameras. I've got a computer that's strong. I mean, overall, I think it's got an RTX 4090 card in it. So the video processing, I don't have any issues with handling all the streams. I think 128 gigs of memory, all that stuff. Uh, it was. Well, I'm an old nerd. I worked in tech for 20 years down in the Bay Area, and so it's kind of one of those things that, yeah, I don't want it to be sitting there just kind of stuttering along, and so
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. That's
Well, I
cool.
guess I'm
yeah,
buying a new computer.
yeah. But it's really the whole thing. I mean, it's a fun layout overall. Here, I'll switch back to the full view. It's a fun layout overall. Most of the time I'm just working on it. I'm not actually driving on it.
Yeah.
That's the trick, is that it's sometimes like I love watching cartoons and all these, all the different YouTube shows, because I get the different kind of elements of the hobby. But there's a lot of different kind of, I don't know, not classes or whatever, but a lot of different elements of the hobby that folks kind of go off into. Mine's been in scenery most of the time. I don't do the racing. I want to do more scratch building in the future, but it's kind of, picking challenges and things you can do with it. Um,
I think that's kind of
yeah.
why this hobby is so much more unique than um, like model trains
Right.
or even like RC cars. Like with a
Right.
lot of RC cars, you're not building a layout and doing scenery and doing all this other stuff. It's very like
Right.
you're racing. And then with like trains, it's like it's almost all scenery and maybe a little bit of operations or that sort of thing.
Right.
Like there's so many different avenues and like angles you can pick in this hobby, which I think is why it attracts such a wide variety of people.
Yeah. Well, and there was, I mean, like a lot of people here, I think everybody saw 3D Bot Maker, the videos from 3D Bot Maker, and it's like, I want to do that. And uh, I was like, hey, I think I can do that, and it's not going to be as awesome, or anything, but and so that's where the embedded cameras came from. And then it was just, okay, well, how do I make all that work? It was like, okay, well, cool. I have all these different cameras, but how do I get them all? I can't race, so I'm almost always the only one out here racing.
Yeah.
So how am I going to race and change the cameras and all of that? So suddenly, then I had a new project, and that was when AI kicked in. And because I'm not a great programmer, I'm just a hack. I mean, it was a
Same.
good career, but it was very utilitarian.
Yeah.
So when AI came along, I started that, what they call vibe coding now. I've been doing that for like 2 years,
Yeah.
and just, feed one iteration into the next, and okay, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And suddenly I have this, this app that allows me to do that. So it's kind of a, that part's been a lot of fun. There's Yeah, I really, it's been the most rewarding hobby. Um, and it's like, okay, well, what can I do today? I get bored, and I'm like, well, what do I do next? And you just come up with a different angle. Um, Now, the challenge I've had for the last couple of months, and kind of dovetailing back a little bit, is we got dogs and all of this type of thing.
Uh,
And
I was about to say you've given
yeah,
yourself a pretty big challenge. Why don't we talk about
yeah,
what's happening next Saturday?
yeah. And
Getting into that.
so in 2015, or our family adopted a dog. We were in Los Cabos, or Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and we didn't have anything to do, and that day, we met some folks down there, and they were like, oh yeah, when we're bored or when we want something to do, we'll go over and walk the dogs over at the animal shelter. And so we went over there and did that.
In Cabo?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do
Huh.
it.
Cool.
yeah,
Very cool.
and it was like it was kind of a cool idea. We're like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun. And so we went and did that, and we saw this dog there, and he's the picture they had of him online. He was basically hairless, just the ugliest dog you've ever seen. And they had found him behind a Walmart, and he was. I have the picture on the webpage for the event. The webpage or the event page is unionpointranch.com. You can see the picture, his intake picture, and it was like he'd been whipped raw. The mange was so bad, and whatever else had happened to him, I'm not sure whether there were attacks or whatever, but he is just heartbreaking. And they spent 8 months on this guy, getting him back to health, and nobody really wanted to adopt him because he wasn't, he's a relatively not great looking dog, but he was the best dog that we ever had. We brought him back here, and more life in that dog than you see in a lot of dogs. Just that spark, and and just loved him to death. And so then about 2 years ago, we lost him. It's just the end of his life. That's how it goes. And I've missed him ever since. And we got another dog shortly thereafter. She was nothing like him and was not a rescue. And I think that dog or that movie, Marley and Me.
Oh,
yeah, this is one of those dogs.
No, I'll talk about that. I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah. She's a great dog. We love her. Don't get me wrong, but she's the most
not the same.
jealous. We love her. But that having been said, she's been bored, and just wants more attention and more stimulation and all of that. So a few months ago, I was like, well, maybe we should get another dog. And I thought back to Los Cabos Humane Society, and I looked them up. And it turned out they had trouble or a change in administration back in 2018. And there's any number of things that you can go into there, but essentially there was a change in 2018, and they have had a heck of a time with their fundraising and keeping themselves open. And so right now their doors are closed, and they have animals and they're taking care of them. The animals that they have within their system there, and then as animals are adopted out, then they'll bring in a new animal, but essentially it's at a significantly curtailed state. So they've done about 19,000 spay and neuters since 2018. It comes out to about 8 a day. There's a lot of work going on there, but they're just struggling. And I was kind of struggling, or thinking about, because it's like, well, what can you do? You feel kind of powerless about it. And I was working on the track one night, and I thought back to when I was a kid, and you would have walkathons.
Yeah.
And they'd be, you go and find your friends and neighbors or whoever, and be like, hey, can you sponsor me for 5 cents a lap or a penny a lap? And then I did the math, and I'm like, well, I might be able to do that here. And so I asked the Humane Society if I could do an event for them, and they were happy to have me do that. And so we've been working for several months now on this benefit. I went down to the shelter this last time, at the end of June. We went down at the end of June to film it, get a good idea, and make sure that nothing had changed too significantly since I'd been there last time. Met with the executive director, took a good look at their entire facility, and I mean, there are a lot of places you can help animals in your local community. You've got rescues all over the place, and there are always places. I mean, I encourage anybody to help those rescues wherever you can be, and wherever you can do that. In our case, this has become kind of our home rescue. There's These folks need help. The environment down there it's so hot, and there's very little water. There's a lot of standing brackish water and that sort of thing, at different times of the year. But these animals have a really hard time. And so when I went to the facility, it's not a plush facility. It's not a beautiful place. They take a lot of pride in it, and the walls are painted nicely and things like that, and they keep it clean. But you still have like your quarantine area. These are still their cement
Yeah.
enclosures essentially with your wire, your what do you call it, the chain link or whatever. It's still a very hard life for a dog, or a cat.
So then there's the because they're getting closed down, right? They're
Well,
trying to raise this money to stay open.
they're trying to yeah, number one, stay open. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. I mean, I can tell you the bank account. I know specifically that bank account is just at its.
Yeah.
They're just getting there every month right now, and
Yeah.
there are a number of different challenges there. One of them is getting a nonprofit status in Mexico is very, very difficult.
Mhm.
There isn't even a category for animals.
Huh.
At least that's what we're currently being told.
Yeah.
So as a result, like when you hire somebody at a nonprofit here, you don't pay the taxes, right? Down there, they're paying taxes just like a regular business. So these taxes are nothing like, I mean, U.S. or Canadian taxes. I'm not sure about Canadian taxes, but
Mhm.
it comes, I think, in at like 25 to 50%, basically tacked on.
Yeah.
And so getting that status is a big deal. That is creating an issue, because without that, you can't get the corporate sponsorships because they want the tax deduction as well. And I get
Yeah.
that, everybody does.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
what's the plan then for next Saturday? What are the good folks with me that look forward to seeing on your channel?
So, like the racing that you see, or that you saw here, where we're switching between the cameras and everything like that,
Mhm.
um, that's going on for 6 hours. I mean, I think the term I was telling Joe, I'm raw dogging it.
Yeah.
I, I'm gonna, I will step away. There will be bathroom breaks and everything, and there will be other folks racing here as well. But essentially, we're going to be just doing laps for 6 hours.
Yeah.
You can, the QR code that you see on the screen there takes you to a Google form. You're not making a financial transaction or anything at this point. All you're doing is saying, "Hey, I'm donating, either for the per lap
Mhm.
or for the entire event." So you can do like a set amount. "Oh, I just want to spend $50, or I just want to donate $10 or whatever." You can do it that way. Or if you want to pledge a certain amount, I want to pledge a penny per lap. Then at the end of the event, then we add up all the laps, and then multiply that by the amount of pennies, and that becomes the amount. Then probably the main thing to tell you here. So I don't handle any of the money. Literally, this is like a sign-up form essentially that you're doing. So you're filling in your information there. Then when the race is done, the Los Cabos Humane Society will reach out to you and say, "Okay, this is the amount," and give you the information on how to donate. And then you donate through a PayPal link, essentially.
Okay.
And with that, now your donation is tax deductible. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind also in terms of when I'm talking about nonprofit status versus tax deductions. Your donation is tax deductible. Their general operations are not tax free.
Okay.
And so when I talk about one thing, it's not that you're not getting your deduction, but it just answer the questions on the form. They're real straightforward. Nothing particularly personal.
And what time are we going on? Just to let people know, I'm going to be helping Bill
Oh yeah,
co-host. So while
you
he's
got Joe.
racing, I can manage the chat and whatever. People coming in, guys, feel free to pop in and say hello. Jen and I are down for 2 cents a lap to see how well we're there to encourage Bill and see how well he can do. This is his first endurance race and the first race of, well, not a race, just a good, putting a lot of time on the track. We have to go over the fact that our live stream, I think, only lasts 6 hours, so we have to be
Yeah.
very careful with the time. We might get cut off
Yep.
right
Yep.
at the end.
Yeah. That was not considered as well when I made the announcement. It was like, oh, I hadn't really thought there would be a limit there. Okay, well, we'll do our best. But
It's a 6 hour event. Nobody
yeah,
said you had to race for all 6 hours. Like, you're good.
well, the thing is I go online, I watch on YouTube, and it's like you got Electric Dreams, you got NSR, you got all these different places, and they're doing like 6 hour, 24 hour, 12 hour. I thought about doing a 12 hour, and then finally I'm like, I just can't do it. I mean, I can't do anything for 12 hours. I can't sit at work for 12 hours. I got to get out and go,
Yeah.
go something.
I can't sit at work for 20 minutes.
Go for a walk or something. Yeah.
That's
So
4,320 laps if you're doing
yeah.
a 5 second a lap.
So yeah, if you are donating, make sure don't donate like $5 a lap. It's going to be a real.
Whoa!
Trust me, there is some forgiveness there. That's the kind of thing that obviously, if you look at it, you sit there and go. We don't want to make it uncomfortable for anybody. The idea here is just it's to raise funds for these animals. Now, we did a really good thing for us here in that like I said, our dog, we had originally decided to pick or I wanted to get another dog to be a friend to our existing dog. That's a new one that's really been difficult. And so when we were down there, one of the really cool parts is as I'm filming all of the footage and asking him the questions is I got to meet our new dog for the first time while I was on the camera. And while I was filming, and so we ended up adopting another dog while we were down there. We weren't able to bring her back. It was a real regulations are hard. It's hard to get them back to the U.S. It was a lot easier the last time. In fact, we had to leave her there, and then my wife had to. A few weeks later, the regulations changed, so you could bring them back. And so my wife had to meet another volunteer. This rescue has a lot of great folks that are helping, and just going out of their way. This is somebody we didn't even know that took this dog that we adopted to the Petco, got her the shots and the letter and everything, from so she could get through customs, and then met my wife at LAX. And then my wife picked up, they did the handoff at LAX, and then, flew back here. It's a really long day.
Did we load? Do you have pictures of the dog?
Ah,
We didn't even think about
I
that.
do, but yeah, we didn't.
Do they
I
call
don't
them
think we put
pot
them on.
cakes as well in Mexico?
Do they call them what?
Pot cakes, because I'm working with a friend and she's doing the same thing from Turks and Caicos. She brings in the dogs. They call pot cakes in the Caribbean because they eat the leftover rice at the bottom of the rice pots.
Oh,
So they just end up calling them pot cake dogs. And she brings
that's
them
cool.
in from Turks and Caicos here, and
Nice.
she's also been training them. So yeah, I know about this initiative a lot.
It's really. I mean, the thing is so this is no slam on any dog or rescue in the U.S. or in Canada. It's just they
It's personal to you.
have their own challenges. The challenges that Los Cabos Humane Society doesn't have, they have. It's just one of those things that I spent a lot of time in Mexico over my lifetime. I'm probably about not a lot. 50. So this is like a year, maybe year and a half, in total. And part of it was as a really young kid, and the culture is a lot better, but the animals aren't always treated the same. They're not always given the same level of care and respect that they should, and so it's good to have to help them that way.
It was better before, Joe. Just get back where you were.
Oh, just cover it up. Yeah, no,
Yeah, scoot to your
but
right.
Yeah.
but
I'm
I
scooching to the right. Camera's reversed.
but I do really appreciate Joe your help in the benefit. You obviously don't have to do it. My you guys, I mean, if you go to my channel, I'm the worst marketer on the face of the planet, really. The look at
Yeah.
my subscriber count.
We're gonna
Clearly, I'm not positioned for success in that way, and
yeah,
so
MB put your channel. I'm gonna put another link as well in the chat. Guys, go subscribe to Bill. Come hang out. Bill,
yeah,
don't worry
just come
about
in.
it. We're there. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk. I'm gonna help you co-host, and it'll be fun. You're gonna have family over, so
yep,
there's gotta be you can't always be at all places at once. 6 hours is a long time, and even if we get a good 4 to 5 hours of racing, I think that'll be fun. Guys, come sponsor a lap. I remember this. This reminds me of like when I used to do like the fun run for Loyola. I was in a private high school, and I had to go around to neighbors saying, "You want to sponsor a kilometer? How many kilometers do you want to sponsor me for?" Type of stuff. So
yep.
it's fun. At least it's going to a a better cause. I'm an animal lover. Raul's an animal lover. Pete, you got dogs. You have a dog. So we're all animal enthusiasts for sure. So if and it's just for good cause, and just, if not, guys, it's going to be a good time. What time is it at?
So on the graphic you've got there, you've got the different times, but basically it's 12 to 6 Pacific time
Pacific time.
next Saturday. So
Okay.
get on YouTube next Saturday. That's basically the key thing. You just get on YouTube, and you have a 1 in 4 chance, basically, right, of catching me. I mean, in terms of 24 hours. So 6 hours, we should be fine. The there is, yeah. I mean, you guys see me on the chats with you guys, week to week. Now, normally cartoons, I mean, it's 7 a.m. here now.
Yeah.
So I'm normally not on this particular live stream, but I do watch this one. Literally, I watch it every week. I normally join the live stream, the Ripple,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, it's Ripple's live stream, is it? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
the
it is.
the Ripple live
Everybody
stream. Yeah,
knows.
yeah.
The one where Ripple kicks your ass. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Times are changing.
just so much. It's so much fun to watch. And I'll tell you that one thing that I'd really encourage folks to maybe have this discussion. I had this discussion a couple weeks ago when we were down in Mexico with my wife. I'm sitting there watching Joe and Jen race, and I looked at her and I'm like, why are we doing this? Why aren't we racing? Why don't you ever come out here and race it? And it's not that I'm annoyed about it exactly, but it just why don't you race out here? And she's like, well, I thought you just wanted to do it on your own. And I'm sitting there, and it's like, I never said that, but when you pour yourself into a hobby, people are like, oh, no, I don't want to bother them in their hobby or whatever.
He's doing his time. Yeah.
Yeah, but realistically, I'm like, hey, I'm just setting this up so we can all have fun.
Yeah.
But I never got to the point or that question where I said, maybe I should actually ask somebody, hey, do you want to race on it? And I asked her, and she's like, oh, I just thought you didn't want to. And so I'm like, no, absolutely. So I bought her the Ally 48, the kind of purple pink Carrera Digital car there. Yep. And that's her first car and everything. So you guys might see her one of these days, racing there. But it was what Joe and Jen are doing there, or that example that they're setting. Any of us really could be doing, assuming that you have a wife or a girlfriend, but it could be a roommate or whatever, even. So
I
anyway,
appreciate that. Yeah, and
yeah,
I mean, I'm always trying to, this is how this all actually started, was trying to see other couples and being like, hey, Monday Night Madness was supposed to be people going live back to back,
yeah,
and You know,
Yeah.
I'm not that I want to call anybody out for anything, but it was just, it just never happened. And I guess Monday nights, it just worked out for Jen and I. And
Yeah.
Monday
Yeah.
nights is just a way for, it's kind of like our, our one, because we're board gamers too, especially in the
Yeah.
winter. We play a lot of board games, and then this came down, and anything competitive Jen loves, and that's what it started. It was more like, hey, I'm just gonna open up a camera, invite everyone into my basement, and see what
Yeah.
happens. And you guys are the ones who have made it what it is today. And I'm always looking, I am trying to get different cameras, and we've talking about different, just trying to spice up the live a little bit. Never without its problems. Obviously, you guys seen last Monday was a disaster for the audio issues with Warren. But I mean, we're learning. I mean, none of this is, we're not getting paid for this, right? So it's
Right.
just
It's a hobby.
exactly. So, but I mean, I think it's real. I'm really on my end too. I appreciate you, wanting me on to help you out with the. I'm proud to be part of something that's, any money raised, even if it's $10, it's $10 going towards something that we all appreciate outside the hobby, which I think is great. We are people. Everyone's human. We all have lives outside this hobby, and I think what you're doing is very noble, 100%.
I appreciate
Um,
it.
because there was a question for Ripple. Is there a way I could do to share? Yes, on Bill's page, he already created the live stream. So if you go to Bill's channel, which I think I posted. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I
That's
posted his channel. It's in the comments. I'll
You
put
can
it in
just
the
post a
description.
link to the live stream.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
that too. But I want people to go there, subscribe. You hit live, and then we'll share the link to the live stream is on my post as well. It's in the Discord, guys. If you haven't joined the Discord, it's free. Get your butts in there. And
I'll tell you what. I will grab the URL here real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
yeah, no, I got it. You can.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's going on? Any future plans for you guys, Raul, Pete? What are you guys going on for the rest of the week?
Well, I'm dropping a video next week.
What?
What?
That's right.
All right.
I announced it here now. It's in its
That's
final
gotta happen.
stages.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
So there's a slot car video coming next week for the first
And
time
it's
in a
slot
long
cars?
time.
What?
That's
What?
right. Yeah, man.
That's what I'm
What-
talking about.
I've got a new concept that I've put together. So I have
Uh-oh.
26 videos set up to go, one every week moving forward. Yeah, I finally figured out what I want to do with slot cars. So, woo, yeah.
Oh, cool.
You go big. You go big, Raul.
Go big, yeah.
Pedal to the metal with you, brother.
Yeah, so here we go. So
All right.
I'm gonna dust off my cameras and make sure they're all functioning and start shooting
Nice.
today.
Good.
Nice.
Everything's written, the script's written, everything's done already. Yeah, it's just a matter of just putting in the clips and releasing the video. So it will come out probably Tuesday.
Very cool.
Oh, right on, brother.
Looking forward to it.
It's always cool when you go into YouTube, and I mean, sometimes it's been a little while since somebody's posted or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, well, it's been a little while, cool, and you turn out, so that's good. Always glad to see
It's awesome.
some
Being
movement.
creative is always fun. I mean, that's what I get out of the YouTube videos more than more than worrying about viewer count and all that stuff. How some people,
Yeah.
because YouTube is definitely a second hobby, and not that I don't appreciate it, but I'm very proud of all my subscribers and everybody who watches and comments, because I did that organically. I didn't pay for ads. I didn't pay for other stuff. I didn't try to put out a video. I tried to schedule myself. We all did. When Pete and I started, hanging out, it was like, okay, try to do one a week or at least one every 2 weeks. And then it became like one a month. And it's like, life happens, and we how, not everyone is, can dedicate so much time. And if you put out videos that are just to put out videos, it's like, for me, it's like, don't bother. Put out a video because it's something you either want to document, something you either want to keep, something that's important to you. Don't just, that's why I was very against, for myself, my own channel, unboxing videos. And I had, Slot R was a big, he's like, no, just do it. He's like, that's still part of your journey, and he reminded me, he's like, every time I do an unboxing video, he goes, you keep saying how you live vicariously through me because there's cars that you wouldn't have bought or whatnot. And I thought about it. So I started doing it. It's not my major stick, but that led to meeting up with Warren and getting a semi sponsorship. So like now we're talking about cars, and it's like, had I never done unboxings, I would have never gone through that opportunity of, seeing the hobby in that way. So it's definitely a creative avenue. So I again, like, Raul was a big reason why I even started, because I was like, I wasn't sure. And then when I saw his channel, He was like, anybody who's starting a new YouTube, go ahead or take the Monday spot because we're leaving. Vendors are closing down or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And Raul was like, yeah, just let me know when you sign up. I'm gonna subscribe to you. And I'm like, what? This guy doesn't know me. And that's where it starts, guys. It's a very supportive community, and I encourage everyone, even today, to start a channel. Start with shorts. YouTube shorts are one of the easiest things to do. Just take your camera, record 2 seconds, just get your feet wet. It's okay. The videos are never going to be 100% perfect the first time, or will they ever be? There's always something we can change. But anyways, rant over. Let's start YouTube, guys. If you've been thinking about it, do it.
He's like, what's going on?
Literally just go.
I got
Bill
emotional.
got
man.
on his pedestal. He thought he was
Yeah.
in Bill Royal's
Jesus.
church over there.
Somebody get him off his soapbox. Jeez.
Let's go YouTube, guys. Let's go. I appreciate everyone.
Jesus. All I said was releasing a video next week, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
It's so great, dude. No, we're so happy.
We love you,
I speak
Raul.
for the community.
This guy went on a preaching rampage. Oh
I
God.
don't even know what we just talked about.
Yeah, I kind of glitched out there for a second myself. No, I'm kidding.
We all glitched out.
I dozed off for a minute.
When is Joe gonna be done? Oh God.
That's the thing, though, is you guys,
That's my brain.
you can tell every weekend you guys have fun, and where you're all having fun together.
We'll call
There's
it.
something to be said for that. I mean, like one of my favorite parts of my week, probably just about the favorite part of the week is Wednesdays when I get together with Boone and the rest of the guys in the Patreon group, and we just sit there and just BS for 2 hours or whatever, working on our projects. It's kind of like this, it's just friends getting together, talking about stuff that they're doing, it's fun. It's a really, now I'll get off my soapbox.
No, it's all
There
good.
you go.
No, the whole point was for you to be on your soapbox today. I
Yeah,
just didn't want to.
but
Yeah, you're allowed.
I'm
Just trying to motivate people to start YouTube and be creative. Being creative is it's so great. That's all. That's it.
That is fair because Raul is the same. He did the same for me. I posted my first video, and then like 4 days later, they invited me on the
I called
Monday
him.
show.
I was like, "Hey, come on my live show." He's like,
I'm like, what? Tonight?
I remember that day.
okay.
I remember that day. I was like, "Yeah, what are you talking about? Just come on the live show." He's like, but. I was like, "No, but just come on the live show."
And I did
Literally
it. And the
4
rest is-
hours after he launched his first video, I was like, "Yeah, come on the live." Yeah, I think. Listen, I think just have fun. Like for myself, it took me a long time. Like I was really struggling with, I have a lot of cars, but I was struggling. Like I can do an unboxing every week, but it wasn't me. So I'm so glad I found my little shtick right now. I worked on it for a long time behind the scenes, trying to think of what I'm going to be doing with slot cars over the next period of time, because I need to understand over a period of time how many videos do I want to create, how many scripts do I have to write. Like I'm really taking it in that direction. So and I actually got a script writer for me now. So I give I give her the basis of my idea, and then she writes the script for me, and then I take it from there. It's a lot of AI work as well, so it's
cool.
pretty fun. It's a vibe marketing, as they call it. So vibe coding, vibe marketing. It's just
I've been
fun.
nice.
doing some vibe coding myself lately.
Yeah, what are you using? Claude Code, or what are you using for your coding?
Who are you asking?
Were
Probably
you
Yeah.
asking
Pete.
Bill or Pete?
me.
Yeah, you said you got into vibe
Lovable?
coding.
It's Claude.
Oh, Lovable.
Claude's in the
Yeah, yeah.
background, but Lovable is the.
I
front
just
end.
installed Claude Code on Terminal on my Mac, so I can run it straight from my desktop.
Cool.
And it pushes to GitHub, and then GitHub pushes it to live.
Yeah, I gotta migrate mine to.
Take care,
to GitHub.
told you. Thanks, buddy. Popping in.
I told you. I use cursor.com or Cursor AI.
Cursor, yeah.
Although, I mean, I'm probably going to get, when I was working on the website for it, so if you want to see actual blood, sweat, and tears, you can go to unionpointranch.com and look at that website. It had been 20 years since I'd done a website, and I did it through that app. and I can absolutely. I mean, I had hair falling out in clumps. For just tiny stuff. I think Joe may have even heard about it, where I'm like, uh, getting the yeah. If you're viewing that site on a mobile device, I did my best. That's at the end of the day, I did my best, and I said that's as well. So yeah,
So that now is pretty cool because I don't know if you know Figma or you guys know Figma.
Heard of
I
it.
haven't tried it.
All right, so you can design your complete website in Figma, and then using Asensio is the crossover platform. So Asensio in Figma is a plugin you put into Figma, and then you take each page that you created in Figma and you just push it to Asensio and create the React documents that goes into Cloud Code, and which then pushes to GitHub and then pushes it out as a web page. So it's super fast now.
And that's the thing is, dude, I spent 20 years in IT, and I'm like, yeah, I've become the old guy. I mean,
Uh,
I still adopt the stuff. Don't get me wrong, but it's a longer walk these days. So, but
Yeah,
it's
I have no
amazing
idea what you
what
guys
we
are
can
talking
do.
about. I feel old already,
No,
and I'm the
we can,
youngest.
but there's
No,
there's
Pete's
I don't
also
think it's your age, Joe.
oh, thank you.
well, but like one of the jobs that Joe assigned to me yesterday, we literally I looked it up. I looked it up, and I'm
oh,
sitting there on AI. I'm like, hey, can this library do this? Can we do this with this? And you know, it's so nice to be able to get those answers. So anyway,
Filthy little says, is there a translation button for the tech illiterate? Uh, these guys are just talking about
they're just
different
nerds.
names of different types of AI programs helping you build stuff. That's all it is. And plugins are applications that help.
just look up vibe coding and vibe
Yeah,
marketing, and that will give you all the answers to what we're
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the filthy, like the graphic you see there, this program, or on my screen here, I mean that's all AI based, and that's basically what we're talking about, is just how do you do that. Now I did that through the website. I mean that's blood, sweat, and tears right there.
hmm
But now they have better clients to do that stuff.
Right on,
Anyway,
right on. So guys, we have hit the 1 hour mark.
all right.
I do want to have a little show and tell. I want what you guys think. There's no
Listen,
tires
we
on
don't
it.
want to see your
Right now.
pink clothes anymore.
I'm like, is he gonna pull it off, or how's that work?
I got these tires.
He's gonna bring out his man purse.
I got.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Lord.
upstairs.
I don't have one of those.
I
I
think
need one.
Mike the other day was like, "Did I hear you open up your purse to get your keys?" I'm like, "Yeah, so what? like, like, what does that mean?" And he's like, "Haha, you acknowledge that you called it a purse." I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna." Oh, I'm like, okay,
Well,
whatever,
it's
guys.
called a merce, actually.
Whatever,
Merce.
purse. I don't care. I'm not a.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's
When
my.
you're
It's
wearing
like a
get my-
pants,
staple.
it's just a purse.
So
I gotta
got
get myself a fanny pack.
I got these. I got a kit from Staff Slots, and I'm going to be installing them on the Ferrari.
Oh,
Looks
that
so
looks
nice.
slick.
Look at
And
that.
yeah, so sorry, the
That
body's not
wheel
on.
gap has got to go, though.
That what?
You can't put that wheel gap on there, man. You need a proper wheel
Oh,
gap.
There's,
That's
no,
all
there's
we
no
can
tires
do.
on it right now. It's just a
Yeah.
thing. I got to get the thicker tire.
I don't see. Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Look how
Don't put-
nice that is on the green.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I got to get the thicker tire. I do have the 36s. I'm gonna try those.
Yeah, next year when I go to UK Slot Car Fest, I'm gonna make sure I go to Staff Slots.
I have an
Now
order for
we
you.
know why you need a man purse. All right. Now it's clear. Thanks, John. Thanks for clearing that up.
But where are you gonna put your roll of quarters?
Let's just hide that. Let's just wear.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I think there's a way to ban Jen from the thing.
What's the new segment for the show? You've been wanting to do segments, Joe.
Nice. Yeah.
What's
Joe's
Joe
first.
carrying this week?
Yeah, tune in on Wednesday night when we'll do
You've been
that.
wanting to do
Oh,
regular
man.
segments. If you do regular segments,
Late
that's
night
gotta
on
be,
Wednesday,
that's gotta be
we'll
one of them.
we'll do a deep dive into Joe's
What's
purse.
in Joe's purse? Okay. All right, that could work. That could work.
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
I'll set up
I
a
can work
stinger
with
for
that.
you, Joe.
I'll make that sacrifice.
It'll be fine.
See how bad he wants to do regular segments.
Yeah.
That'll be my bargaining chip.
Thanks, Clearwater.
As the smile slowly goes away.
Yeah.
But
Skinny britches. Yeah.
Oh man, they're
What's going
fired
on?
up
What's
today.
going
I'm
on?
loving
There's
it.
nothing- No, we're ending the show. We're
Oh,
ending
here
the
she
show.
goes.
Oh, here we go.
oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got two. I'm not ashamed.
What's in here?
Nothing's in there. My glasses.
Glasses?
Nobody cares what's in my.
How
my
many
purse.
slot cars are in there? Because that's what he'll be carrying around.
All I
Soon.
know is, Jen, I
I'm not
want
sure what
Jen.
that is, but that's in there.
Oh, I got that from work. Never mind about that.
I want,
Oh, there's another one.
Babe, they could be watching. These are expensive. They're just wire.
That's
They're wire
disappointing.
crimpers,
Oh, what's this?
like pigtails.
What are these?
Oh, that's where the wheels went. I was looking for these.
I knew there's gonna be slot cars.
The wheels
stuff in
went.
his purse. Like where else would you put them?
And we got one more little thing.
what I
Oh,
want to
yeah, I
know
need
is,
that too. Yeah, I got that from work as well, and I got a little wire clip.
And his
thingy.
wallet, but that's boring. So
Well,
Yeah,
it
they
so
There's
I
sounds
money
want
in
to
there.
I want to see
And the other
Jen's. I want to see Jen's purse, and let's compare who has the bigger purse.
technically, you do right now.
No, I don't. You have a bigger
Oh,
purse.
Oh,
Okay, get out of here. We got to close. Okay,
Earplugs.
earplug. That's where they went too. Oh,
I
man.
think
No,
Okay,
we
I'm out,
can't
I'm
do
out.
the
Put 'em
segment
here,
because
no.
this is helping Joe.
Clearly
too
not
much.
using his
He's
purse
like,
enough.
I found all my goodies.
You know, we can.
catch us on Monday, guys.
Anything you want to know, about the show, and I'll share.
Oh, the dog's down there. You got the whole
Jen's a
party
helper.
downstairs.
see you, Jen.
I thought you were working. Anyways, whatever.
I was.
Yeah, she was working on how to embarrass you. Is how she was
Yeah.
working. I
All right.
like
It's
it.
hard work.
Like it a lot.
That's not that hard.
We should have a Jen segment. That's what we should have.
Yeah.
Like Jen popping in and telling us
Yeah.
all of Joe's
So it's
dirty
10:23. We were 20 minutes over our over our hour.
That's the only time Joe ever wants to cut it off. Oh, I might have lost Bill.
No, he's there. He's there. Oh, did Bill? We did lose Bill.
Oh
No.
yeah.
No, Bill.
Sorry.
There he
There he is.
There he
He's
is.
back.
Okay.
He's back. He's back.
I don't
there you
know. Can you hear me now?
yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Weird. Okay, yeah. It
You just
suddenly it
froze
was
for a
like,
minute.
hey, this disconnected, and I'm like, oh, great, this is perfect timing. Great, excellent. All right. Yeah.
All right,
no.
guys.
All right.
Like usual, Bill. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey,
guys,
thank you
don't
very
forget
much
to
for having me.
check us out. Absolutely. Don't forget to come check us out next Saturday on Bill's channel if you guys have time. Raul, we're looking forward to those videos. Pete,
Wait,
as
I have
always-
one video dropping next week.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, not
But you said you have
videos. It's
26.
just the one. It's just the one. Just the
Yeah,
one.
exactly. You heard what Nico said. You are a great pillar for this community, guys. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a great weekend. God bless, and we will see you. I guess we're gonna see you Monday. But
See you
yeah.
Monday.
Take care, guys.
Thank you,
Ciao,
guys.
ciao. Bye.
Later.